looking at all the planets in our solar system. Hi, my name is Michael Harland and I'm in Mr. Tula's 4th grade class and I'm 9 years old. I love learning about all the planets. The Sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Let's start with the Sun, the center of our solar system. The Sun is a star, not big, a medium-sized star. Sunspots are black spots on the Sun that are colder than the surface of the Sun, and they can fit about 2 Earths inside. The Sun can fit about 100 Earths across the diameter. The diameter of the Sun is about 870,000 miles across, and the Earth looks only like a tiny dot next to the Sun. The temperature of the Sun's surface is about 9,900 degrees Fahrenheit and about 27 million degrees Fahrenheit at the core. Now we are moving to the first planet, Mercury. Mercury is about 30 million miles away from the Sun. Mercury is about 3,032 miles across in diameter. Mercury is the smallest planet, and it takes 88 Earth days to get around for 1 year. But also it takes 59 Earth days to have 1 day. So I would be about 792 years old on Mercury. Mercury is a planet that has gotten hit by the most asteroids. It gets hit the most because it is in the way when the Sun pulls in so many stuff, it just blocks it from the Sun getting hit. Moving on to Venus. Venus is 67 million miles away from the Sun. The diameter of Venus is 7,520.828 miles across in diameter. It is the hottest planet because it traps the Sun's radiation inside the atmosphere called the greenhouse effect. The average temperature on Venus is about 867 degrees Fahrenheit. NASA sent a probe to Venus, but it only lasted about 17 minutes before it got crushed by the pressure. Venus has clouds, but not like Earth's clouds. They are filled with acid rain, and if you were to go there, you would probably die of heat, pressure, or sulfuric acid getting in your lungs. Venus has a core of about 12,632 degrees Fahrenheit. Earth is next, our living planet. Earth is about 7,928 miles in diameter. The average temperature is about 64 degrees. The distance from the Sun is 93 million miles away, and the core of the Earth is no hotter than 7,000 degrees. The day is 24 hours, and the year is 365 days, as we already know. The Earth's moon now. The moon has a lot of craters, which means it has gotten hit by a lot of asteroids. The moon's diameter is 2,559 miles across. The moon is at least 1/3 of the Earth's diameter, but also that is not big at all. It is just a dot in the Milky Way. Mars next. Mars is the last inner planet, and is the coldest one. Mars has 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos. Phobos is about 7 miles across, and Deimos is about 10 miles across. I've ridden my bike longer than both of them, if you put them on Earth. Mars is the planet with the most volcanoes. But if there's a dust storm, did you know it would make the whole entire planet lighter because it would cover the whole planet. Jupiter, finally, is the first outer planet and is the biggest planet. You can fit 10 Earths across the diameter of Jupiter and 10 Jupiters across the diameter of the Sun. Jupiter is the only planet with a great spot, but Jupiter's is called the Great Red Spot and can fit 3 Earths inside of it. Jupiter is a gas giant, and that means a gas planet. Jupiter's diameter is 88,846 miles across. Its core is rocky. Jupiter is also negative 243 degrees Fahrenheit. If you were to go to Jupiter, first of all, you'd go right through the surface, and second of all, you'd be freezing, and the gravity of Jupiter would probably crush you. I would probably be about 278.8 pounds. That is how much gravity Jupiter has. Saturn now. Saturn is the planet with the most rings. When Galileo discovered Saturn, he thought it was a planet with handles. But then an astronomer with a stronger telescope looked at Saturn and saw that it had rings. Saturn's rings are made of rock, ice, and dust. Its diameter is 72,367 miles across. If Saturn were small enough, it would float on water because it is 0.7 the mass of water, so it is lighter and can float on water. Saturn's core is rocky or icy, but has nothing inside of them except rock or ice. Moving on to Uranus. Uranus is the only planet covered over completely with liquid methane. Liquid methane you would not be able to keep on Earth because if you were to pour it in a cup, it would evaporate because it is too hot here. Uranus's diameter is 31,518 miles across. Its core is rocky and the temperature is about negative 414 degrees, which makes it the coldest planet of all. The last planet and the smallest outer planet, Neptune. Neptune is the smallest outer planet, and its diameter is 30,599 miles across. The average temperature is negative 346 degrees Fahrenheit. The core is rocky, and it used to have a place on it called the Great Dark Spot, but for some reason it just disappeared. Well, I think I'm done now, so bye.